Good morning. My name is Eric Gunderson with Southern Branch Nursery, and we have a landscape nursery business and retail business in Chesapeake, Virginia. I wanted to talk with you today in regards to native plants and doing landscape plans for clients, whether commercial or residential clients, for landscape use using native plants. A planting plan comes about after talking with the client and discussing their needs and wants and what their anticipations and expectations are of what they want to have happen. After that's done, what we want to do is assess the physical attributes of their property. Obviously, every property is a little different and the needs of the customers are different. So we don't have a plant list in mind or anything like that until we absorb the physicalness of the property and absorb what the customer wants from us. With those parameters, then we can work out a planting plan of what's involved. Obviously, a budget comes involved too, but talking about the native plants, right plant, right place. The Virginia Coastal Zone Management has put out a regional plant guide here, and it talks about the importance of you can't put a plant that needs to grow in a dry, sunny spot in a wet, moist spot, that kind of thing. So that helps you right away if you're planting for yourself. Obviously, we would know that already, but that's important to be able to absorb what conditions we're working under when we start. Right plant, right place. When we do that, but for customers you're planting at home, you do the same thing. We always want to plan for multiple benefits of the landscape garden when we're doing a garden. Some people may want to take some area out of lawn and put in a wildflower meadow. Some people may want a rain garden, which is a conservation landscape tool to help the environment by keeping their rainwater on site and building their aquifer and not having it silt off into a waterway. What we want to do is with the multiple benefits of when we're planting, we want to make sure that the plan has beauty and functionality for the customer, but it involves oftentimes the wildlife, so that you'll have plants that will flower, so they're pollinator plants, or they'll go to seed and the birds can eat that, or it's a host plant for different insects that can lay their eggs and become caterpillars so the birds can feed their young, and so you have a lot of multiple benefits going in with the landscape planting plan using native plants. You can't do that without a town plants. What's nice about using the native plants is you don't have to, no fertilizer is required for your native plants if you maintain a leaf mulch bed. That's another thing I wanted to mention is mulching with hardwood leaves breaks down, it becomes part of the soil, and you create a nice little environment there for the invertebrates and the microbacteria and such. And that's what will feed your plants that you plant over time. You don't need fertilizer for the native plants. The leaves will break down and become part of the soil and help the organic decay is what you want. Also with a heavy leaf mulch, when it rains hard, it keeps the water right there, so you lessen your watering bill. And also it keeps from having to do maintenance in the garden. If you keep enough leaf litter down, you won't have the weed issues. So building up the soil through the leaf mulch beds using your native plants, the leaf litter is an opportunity for invertebrates to come in, so you have that wildlife interaction as well. We have some examples here, but at the nursery we have lots of pictures of all pictures. We take pictures of all of our jobs to show that when we install front foundations of yards, yes, you can do it without having evergreen plants, and we can do it with using only native plants. We like to eliminate lawns where we can, install butterfly gardens or bird habitats or invertebrate habitats with trees, shrubs, and ground covers. You need all the layers to have a successful planting. Some places it's not appropriate for trees and such, but each site will tell you what it can do to have a successful planting. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about as far as landscaping with native plants. It's quite varied, and you can do a lot of different things with that. Thanks.